Hello everyone. So in this video I will explain about post Mauryan period. So post Mauryan period start with Sunga dynasty, and the last ruler of Mauryan was Brihadratha. So the question is, how did Sunga dynasty came into picture? The founder of Sunga dynasty was Pusmitra Sunga, and he killed Brihadrat, and then he became the king of Maurya empire and founded Sunga dynasty. So when he founded Sunga dynasty, he made capital Vidisa, which was in MP, and all these incidents happened in 185 BC. Okay, so there are some important point related to Sunga dynasty, especially for Pushyamitra Sunga. So he organized two Aswamedha Yajna, also called Yagya, and in both Yagya priest was Patanjali. And another thing is like at in his Rizn, one Buddhist stupa was built in Barhut MP. So these two are very important point related to Sunga dynasty. And another thing is the son of Sunga, Pushyamitra Sunga was Agnimitra, and Agnimitra is important because he was the hero of Kalidas drama Malvikna Mitra, and last ruler of Sunga dynasty was Devbhuti. So this is very important point. Who was the last ruler of Sunga dynasty? Devbhuti. Now after Sunga dynasty, Kanva dynasty came into picture, and Vasudeva was the first ruler of Kanva dynasty. So we don't have more important point related to Kanva dynasty. So let's start with Satvahana dynasty. So this is very important in the view of any of the examination. So let's see Satvahana dynasty. So capital of Satvahana dynasty was Pratisthan, Maharashtra, and founder was Simuka. So this is very important point. Who was the founder of Satvahana dynasty? Shimuka. Who was the founder of Satvahana dynasty? He was Simuka. Now some of the important ruler of Satvahana dynasty. So third ruler was Satkarni, and another important ruler was Hala. So Hala was 17th ruler of Satvahana dynasty, and why he is important? Because Hala was the author of Gata Sati book, which was written in Prakrit language. So why Hala was important ruler and he was the 17th ruler of Satvahana dynasty? Because he was the author of one book, name is Gata Sati, and it was written in Prakrit language. And another important point about Hala was he was contemporary of one writer Gunadhya, writer or can say author Gunadhya, who written Brihat Katha. Okay. Now another important ruler was Gautami Putra Satkarni. So he was the important ruler because he defeated Saka Chhatrap king. So and Gautami Putra Satkarni was 23rd ruler of Satvahana dynasty. So and son of Gautami Putra Satkarni was Vasisht Putra Satkarni, and he married to the daughter of Saka Chhatrap and defeated by him twice. So another important point is Pulamavi III. He was the last ruler of Satvahana dynasty. So this is very important point. First and last both are important point. First, who was the founder of Satvahana dynasty? Simuka was the founder of Satvahana dynasty, and Pulamavi III was the last ruler of Satvahana dynasty. Now another important point, language. So language was Prakrit at the time of Satvahana dynasty, and coin. So they issued lead, copper, bronze coin, and some of the important stupa was built at the time of Satvahana dynasty, which is Amravati, Nagarjun Konda. So apart from Satvahana dynasty, there are some another dynasty which are also important. So Chedi dynasty. So how do we get to know about Chedi dynasty? This is very important point. So Hathi Gumpa inscription of Kharavela. Kharavela was the third ruler of Chedi dynasty, and we get information about Chedi dynasty from Hathi Gumfa inscription. Okay, and also there are some foreign successor of Maurya. So Indo-Greek Milind. So first ruler who introduced gold coin in India. So why Milind is important? And he was not completely Indian. He was a foreign successor of Mauryan, and he was Indo-Greek, and he was the first ruler who introduced gold coin in India. So the question is, who was the first ruler who introduced gold coin in India? So Milind was the first ruler who introduced gold coin in India. And another important point about Milind is he converted to Buddhism by Nagasena, and Milind also repaired Sudarshan Lake. So there are three important points about Milind. First is he was first ruler who introduced gold coin in India. Another, he converted to Buddhism by Nagasena, and he repaired Sudarshan Lake. Now let's see about another ruler, Saka. The important ruler of Saka dynasty was Rudra Daman, and important point about Rudra Daman, he also repaired Sudarshan Lake. So first Milind repaired Sudarshan Lake, and then Saka ruler Rudra Daman also repaired Sudarshan Lake. Now another important dynasty is Parthians, and important ruler was Ganda Furnace. And the important point about his reign is Sant Thomas came to India to propagate Christianity. So when the question is, when Sant Thomas came to India to propagate Christianity, he came at the time of Parthians dynasty, and the ruler was Gonda Furnace. Okay, now one of the important dynasty was Kusan dynasty. So Kusan dynasty is very important point in the view of any of the examination, and the most important point about Kusan dynasty was the Kusan rulers controlled Silk Route. So this is very important point. And the first ruler of Kusan dynasty was Kad Fisej I or Kajul, and second ruler was Kad Fisej II or Vema. So Kusan ruler Vema also issued gold coin. Okay, but who was the ruler who issued first time gold coin in India? Milind. Okay, and then Vema or Kad Fisej II issued gold coin in India. Now the son of Vema was Kanishk. He was the one of the important ruler of Kusan dynasty. Okay, and capital of Kanishk was Peshawar and Mathura. These two are very important point. Capital of Kanishk was Peshawar and Mathura, and he started Saka era used by government of India. So who started Saka era? Kanishk. Who started Saka era? Kanishk, and which is being used by government of India. So this is very important point. And one of the most important point is there were some people who were in the royal court, like Parsava, Vasumitra, Aswaghosa, Nagarjun, and last ruler of Kanishk dynasty was Vasudeva I. So last ruler of Kanishk dynasty was Vasudeva I. Sorry, Kusan dynasty was Vasudeva I. Last ruler of Vasudeva, so last ruler of Kusan dynasty was Vasudeva I. First can say Kujul or Kadi Fisej. Second, Kadi Fisej II or Vema, who issued gold coin, and son of Vema was Kanishk. He was very important ruler, and capital of Kanishk was in Peshawar and Mathura, and he started Saka era. Okay, and one more important point about Kanishk is he was the patron of Buddhism, and at his time fourth Buddhist council were organized in Kundalwan, Kashmir. So this is very important point. So this is all about post Mauryan period, and every point is very important in the view of examination. Now next thing is Hippalus, a Greek sailor, discovered the monsoon sea route to India from West Asia. So this is important point I just got from somewhere, so I noted here. Hippalus, a Greek sailor, discovered the monsoon sea route to India from West Asia. So this is very important point. So this is all about post Mauryan period, and in the next video I will start Sangam period. Thank you.